Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It would seem that Will Smith not only obviously went about his business at the Oscars thinking that he could just do whatever he wanted, but he was actually asked to leave and he refused. Doesn't look good for the guy, does it? The level of privilege this absolute douche canoe believes he can wave around. Not good. It's really bad form. So there's been statements now released from the Academy, the Academy Awards, and it really actually looks terrible for Will Smith. So even after he apologised to everyone, he was then asked to leave, and he completely refused. He just refused to leave. Now, that doesn't excuse the fact that he should have been exited anyway, forcibly. People should have escorted him from the building, because quite rightly so, why you do that? Why should you win an award? There's so many factors at play here, let's be honest. And Will the Cuck Smith, I say that, loads of people don't understand the story behind it. He's literally a cuck. Jada Pinkett Smith goes around boning other people. It's public knowledge. She literally said in a Red Table interview to his face, live for everyone to see, "You don't satisfy me in bed, that's why I sleep with other people." I mean, it's literally common knowledge, but some people don't know it, so just go check it out. So when I say Will the Cuck Smith, he's literally a cuck by the literal definition of that. Anyway, let's dive into it, shall we? Because this is shocking. Very, very shocking. And it's probably going to make a lot of people think he's an arsehole, quite frankly. So here we have it, ladies and gents. Will Smith faces potential suspension, expulsion from the Academy. And the actor actually wouldn't leave the Oscars after slapping Chris Rock, despite reps being asked by organisers. So everyone asked him to leave and he wouldn't. He refused. Point blank refused. Which I think is just a very clear indication of the fact that these people believe they are above everything. They're beyond reproach. It's disgusting behaviour. It really is. So just hours before Chris Rock is set to take the stage in Boston tonight, Will Smith's fate, because obviously Chris Rock did his first performance live, got a standing ovation 3 minutes before he even started. He didn't address it at all, like a champ, but he said he will address it, and he said he will go hard on it, which is good. But anyway, so Will Smith's fate, is basically now rests in his own hands after a meeting by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts. So let's take a look, right? So here's the full statement. So, unsurprisingly, the vote among nearly 50 governors was overwhelming to pursue the matter further. Truly surprising is that the Academy is revealing that the newly minted Best Actor winner, so Will Smith, was actually requested to exit the Dolby Theatre after striking Rock. So after he hit Chris Rock, he was asked to leave, and Will Smith just said no. The audacity, the absolute nerve. While we would like to clarify that Mr. Smith was asked to leave the ceremony and refused, we also recognise we could have handled the situation differently. No shit. Pretty obviously. So although Smith was seen talking with Denzel Washington, Bradley Cooper and Tyler Perry soon after he slapped and screamed at Rock, it actually was a member of the Academy's top leadership that sought to have the former Fresh Prince exit. The individual at Deadline hears. In a move to avoid another blow-up, the request was not made to Smith directly, but through the actor's reps, it seems. This is how fragile and are you made of dust or something? Are you made of dust or something? They wouldn't even address him directly because they didn't want him to blow up again. Are you afraid of Will Smith? Come on, you've got security there. Tell him to leave. This sets a horrendous standard. So several members of the Board of Governors, which include Steven Spielberg, Whoopi Goldberg, well, that means nothing, and David Lind, at today's virtual meeting did not know about Smith being asked to leave on Sunday. It was a real shocker, one insider close to the situation told Deadline of the revelation. In the minutes and hours right after the assault on Chris Rock, Oscar organisers and producers took a lot of flack for seemingly allowing Smith to stay in his front row seat next to Pinkett Smith. No. They did allow him to stay. There is security. You escort him from the building. It's that simple. You didn't do that. You allowed him to stay. The apparent paralysis was exasperated further by the odds-on favourite for Best Actor having nearly 45 minutes to sit there before his win in the category was unveiled. So in his long and tear-streaked acceptance speech, Smith made contrast between his behaviour and that of Richard Williams, which, I mean, he's like publicly denounced, if I remember rightly. To take care and protect his family while apologising to the Academy and others. But you literally said, no, I'm not gonna leave. And then he even had the audacity of this guy requested to be invited back. I'm not gonna mince my words here, mate. But Smith, if you displayed anywhere near as much a pair of bollocks as you have here with the Academy, as you did with your wife, who's shagging around, telling you to your face you don't satisfy her in bed, maybe everyone would take you a bit more seriously. But you're a joke. You're a laughingstock. And you deserve to be a laughingstock, quite frankly. As the backlash to his behaviour intensified, Smith issued an apology online, which means nothing. Even with the news of the failed request on March 27th, coming 3 days after the slap heard around the world that continues to reverberate, Wednesday's Board of Governors gathering was always going to be about what to do next in the process, not bringing down the hammer. Expect this to be more C-SPAN than CNN, one participant told Deadline before today's digital sit-down. Even with the unprecedented nature of Sunday's onstage and live dust-up, being a bureaucratic entity that it is, the board will need some time to figure out its next moves, as the Academy noted in its press release Tuesday and in today's statement. I mean, it literally means nothing. These guys are such a joke. Ugh, such a joke. Now here's the statement, right? The Board of Governors today initiated disciplinary proceedings against Mr. Smith for violations of the Academy's standards of conduct, including inappropriate physical contact, abusive or threatening behaviour, and compromising the integrity of the Academy. It's compromised. It's done. Like it was done long ago anyway, FYI. But it's done now. You're a laughingstock, you're a joke. Consistent with the Academy's standards of conduct, as well as California law, Mr. Smith is being provided at least 15 days' notice of a vote regarding his violations and sanctions, and the opportunity to be heard beforehand by means of a written response. At the next board meeting on April 18th, the Academy may take any disciplinary action, which may include suspension, expulsion, or other sanctions permitted by the bylaws and standards of conduct. Mr. Smith's actions at the 94th Oscars were a deeply shocking, traumatic event. I mean, it's not traumatic. Bloody grow up. To witness in person and on television. Mr. Rock, we apologise to you. I mean, Chris Rock could sue the Academy for this as well, for allowing this to happen. FYI. I'm sure he can. We apologise to you for what you experienced on our stage, and thank you for your resilience in that moment. I mean, you owe Chris Rock a lot. The fact that he managed to continue and didn't derail the whole show. We also apologise to our nominees, guests and viewers for what transpired during what should have been a celebratory event. All them arseholes celebrated anyway. That absolute PP head got up on stage, gave his speech, and everyone was like, woo! Yeah, you go, Will Smith, woo! I mean, they celebrated him. So it was celebratory, because you're all spineless, like Jim Carrey said. Things unfolded in a way we could not have anticipated. No, sure, but I mean, you could still have done something anyway and actually exited him from the award ceremony, but you chose not to. While we would like to clarify that Mr. Smith was asked to leave the ceremony and refused, we also recognise we could have handled the situation differently. Yes, like forcibly exiting him. I mean, what is wrong with you? Why did you give him the award? Change it. Change the award. Give it to someone else. I mean, there's so many things that you could have done which would have made it better, but you chose not to. I mean, I think the hilarious part of all this is, which is to me truly shocking, is the fact that Will Smith was actually asked to leave and he just completely refused. Which just goes to show what an ego he is. how above everything he truly believes he is. Above everything, of course, outside of his wife burning other people. Ridiculous. You know, I was feeling sorry for this guy. I'm not now. Like, I'm not feeling sorry for him at all. And I appreciate we're probably witnessing a public breakdown, but him to refuse to leave? It just shows such a level of contempt and ego. Ugh. God. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. If you're new here, do it, subscribe, give the video a like, and do share it. It means a lot to me. Check out memberships and Patreon in the description box. Again, that would mean a lot to me as well if you want to support the channel. As well as my second channel. It's there in the description box. Cheers, guys. Take care.